a TV show, whatever it is, I would be open to it. I'm just like, the opportunity to do it and see what happens.
If you had the choice, what show would you write? Or do you have an idea for one? Wait, I don't think you want to give that one away.
No, absolutely do not. But if you follow my content, then it'd probably be, well, no, actually, no, take that back. That was gonna lie. That actually isn't true. My first pick would actually not be comedy.
Interesting.
Yes, Alien. If you read I had an Alien story.
Yes,
finally, that is just a horror would actually be my top. Sci-fi horror would be my top.
That you just spoke my love language. We
got our two members here. Spartan, hello, and Navy Montel, the games master.
Yay! I mean, hi.
You got a question?
I'm gonna need a minute because I don't know how many. I don't know what questions was asked toward our guests as of yet.
Put it in the private chat and we'll tell you.
Gotcha.
Cool.
What about you? Go ahead,
I'm, first of all, Stephanie, it's an honor to meet you because your work is phenomenal. That's all I got to say. It's bottom line. So, and I've been thinking about this all day. With Marvel and DC doing their thing, always doing their thing. If you could name, let's say Marvel and DC weren't an option as far as writing for them. If you could name 3 other companies outside of them that you would love to write for, who would they be?
Well, I'm already writing for them, but it would be IDW. I've done something with Boom and Oni Press, which I also did something with. I think the only people left would be Image.
Yes.
Actually, no, some other folks I didn't name, but I did name for a reason. But I'm also working with them.
Sounds like she's on the words for something.
Yes.
But the NDA is strong today. Okay?
Yes. But I mean, now that I brought up IDW, you asked me that. I do have a My Little Pony series coming out that starts June 12th. I'm very excited for. I can write superhero stories all day, but those ponies, they brought me to my knees.
Oh my God.
There's no joke. When you find out about the My Little Pony crew, the bronies, you're just this is so much bigger than you thought.
Yes, the Lord.
Magic the Gathering has My Little Pony cards. Okay.
Yeah, and Magic the Gathering was another. I still wrote a story for the. So Boom does Magic the Gathering, and that story was actually really fun to write. But I had there's so much, and I made this really valiant attempt at trying to, ingest as much Magic the Gathering lore as I could. But that thing was like the King James Bible. It wasn't happening.
To be fair, I'm around it almost every day of the week, so I completely understand.
But interesting, and I mean, I'm into the game now since writing something. So happy to be here. But man, that's Bible that's Bible school. During the week Bible study, all of that just to scratch the surface.
Did your background in STEM help you with writing Shuri?
No,
it didn't.
No.
You hear that in her voice, right? You hear that in her voice, right?
So,
because she's smart as hell. No, I'm with businesses, sure, but I'm dabbling in, I'm genotyping mice and working with humans, but no, the only thing that helped me in writing Shuri or from my degree is the ability to read, because everything else I couldn't apply. Not an ounce of time.
He's just like, let me get another book. Just start flipping through.
It's always funny because I feel like I disappoint people sometimes when I say I was a research scientist, but it don't really. Now that is kind of a lie. For the Spider-Man story I wrote, some of the science Kim 101 came into handy because he was at the grocery store fighting this villain who had vinegar powers, and he uses baking soda and water to neutralize her on the spot.
Pete's just like, this is so basic, I can take care of this.
But that
comes in handy.
Yeah, but that's having third grade vibes right there, y'all. I don't care anyone says.
That's a MacGyver moment. I can respect that.
Pete always has a MacGyver moment. Just what he does. Like, this is why he know. They're just like, we don't have any material. He's like, look, I'm used to.
I got it.
I'm used to being poor.
Figures it out.
It was like, this is why he got cornrows in Wakanda. So he understands the struggle. He's like, hey,
he understood
the moment for him, but he didn't seem too bothered by it. So you mentioned one of your favorite characters to write for DC is Vixen, and Kumari does not get a lot of recognition. She got more recognition in the animated series more than anything. You would prefer to do a sci-fi horror, which I would love to see that. Those tend to be the best well-told sci-fi stories when it's steeped in some form of horror, because you can do science stuff and just kind of, do dads and whatever. But like Alien, when you mentioned Alien in the book you wrote on, when you have that element of horror, which still to this day, that film is a perfect blend of those two worlds. Outside of Alien, is there another property you would do, like Predator or something?
Absolutely. Especially like Prey was so good. Terminator, I love. That first Terminator is also to me a perfect blend of sci-fi and horror too. The Thing, if I could, it's not sci-fi horror, but it is like at the top of my list, and it's Mad Max 2, Beyond the Thunderdome. And I would love to tell. I want to know how Miss Tina Turner got her rise of power, like whatever that comic is. I want. It's like that's crazy.
How did Auntie get to that
running?
point?
Like
we never did get the villain story origin. So we never did.
That. This black woman is running this gas station in the middle of the desert. Like I need to know.
I'm trying to in the middle of the desert, and yet you kept your hair that luxurious. I'm just saying.
Listen, there's a water. That's a story to be told right there.
I'm like, you look at every other Mad Max antagonist, and they're just like, yeah, you guys will never top that. All of you look sweaty and dirty. However, Tina,
yeah, but all the gas they use doing these scenes, though, I'm telling you, they went through a petrol station doing all those scenes, all the driving. I'm like, bruh.
I feel bad for mechanics. Like, you want to do what? It's like you want flames to come out of where?
I need you to write
between that and the ocean guy.
She did.
She looked very supple.
Her skin was on 10. I'm like, wait a minute, you're in the middle of a dry ass desert.
What magical source of water did she have at the time when water could not be found? That's my question.
Black girl magic.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I mean
exactly that. Don't worry about it.
If you've seen Dune, you already know. If you've seen Dune,
my mind goes back to the popcorn box every time I hear about Dune.
So being a mother and being in this world of nerd, how does your kids view that? Do they just like, oh my, you screw that? My mom wrote that book and she did that and do they kind of geek out?
Yeah, my son's 8. When I started this, I actually got into this because of him. I didn't lead with that, but I didn't start really considering like a career shift until after I had my son. I reached out to. I was dealing with some postpartum depression and just a lot was going on, and I reached out to a Black romance author who I just love and adore. So like next to comics and everything else geeky, I'm a diehard romance reader, and just Black. That's it. Like, specifically just that. Like my ebook library and my real library looks insane with the Beverly Jenkins, Brenda Jackson, Tanya Washington, Reese Ryan, all these people. But anyway, I reached out to Maureen Smith and I was like, hey, like, your writing has really inspired me and made me want to get back to writing, something that I hadn't really done for myself in a long time. You know, do you have any advice? So she did. She had some really kind words. She got back to me. I was not expecting that. And that moment changed my life. I went out. My husband went and got me a new laptop just to do my little blogging and stuff like that. I later found out that he was leaving comments under my blog posts. Like, I don't know how many emails the man set up, but he was leaving.
That's love, y'all. That's love. That's love right there.
You see, T'Challa is not that hard. T'Challa is not that hard.
But he was doing that, and it kept me encouraged. And then like other folks started reading my stuff too. So from there, I got comfortable with my voice, and I don't know. I got comfortable with my voice, and then when I would talk to my son or show him stuff, it would be all the nerdy stuff that I watched in the same way that my dad did with me. And now he is like a Mario fan, like you wouldn't believe. He can tell you everything. Mega Man. He loves him some Dog Man and Cat Kid. So Captain Underpants, all of that. Deep into Sonic. So he's very early in his fandoms, but more importantly, like when he's at conventions and stuff with me, that's always cool because he does his own art. So he sells the stuff at my table. He got art advice from Brian Stelfreeze, who is so sweet and is just really nice. Yeah, so he goes to the local convention that I do, Heroes Con, all the time, and my son was with me, and like he was giving him tips and stuff on his comics. Same thing with Sanford Green. So it's nice to like be able to have my son interact with these Black legends. Yeah, with these Black legends in the space. And, you know, for them to encourage him. And he is still very serious with his art. I promised him if he finished it, his comic book, that I would get it printed for him and then he could sell them at MomoCon. So next month. Oh, nice. So, yeah. So he's into it. X-Men 97. We've been watching that together. In fact, I was packing for a trip. He had just got home from school and he heard the music playing. He came in, and then next thing I know, episode 2 ended, and he looked at me. He was like, "It's 2 of them. It's 2 Gina Grays, Jean Grey," but he called her Gina, and I have not.
I love him Gina, already.
Yes,
I love
Gina
him
Grey.
already.
I was like, "Who are you talking about?" Gina Grey. And he was like, "Scott's wife." I was like, "Oh, you mean Jean Grey?"
That sounds so southern.
Remember that, y'all. That's Gina from now on. Okay, bump all the other names. Okay,
it's a Jean Grey and a Gina Grey. That's how we gonna. That's how it's gonna be seen. Yes.
From now on,
Gina Grey. So now I'm thinking of Martin and Cyclops. So anyway, there we are.
Now it needs to be done. So before we go to commercial, I have to ask you. You've done this deep dive on Invincible. How much of the book did you read the entire run, or did the series start with the entire
did
run?
This is a lot. It's 2 compendiums, and I think but thankfully before the animated, before like the animated series, or even I knew I'd be like doing anything at Amazon, I was familiar with the books. I had been reading them. So yes, I went through everything. Each time there's a new season, I go and I pour back through everything because so far the way that it's been going is that they've definitely pulled from the book, but they've rearranged some things, tweaked some things, and some stuff is a little out of order or happened already, and so on and so forth. So still very familiar.
It's
so I think I know what you're gonna ask me. And if it's about Anissa, I don't
that
know.
whole thing. Look,
man,
when she showed up, I was just my whole face.
That was me too.
I sense dark times.
When it didn't happen, I was just like, when it didn't happen, I was like,
I was going through it yesterday.
Wrong fit.
Oh, we hope it doesn't happen, but we also saw Bat and the Walking Dead, so
yeah,
might as well get prepared.
I feel like this might be a little different in this aspect I mean,
I saw how divided everybody was. We couldn't make a joke, and some people took it way too seriously.
It's like, yeah, but I'm like me, Spartan, Navy. We were just like, oh, just wait.
Yeah.
We are going to go to take a quick commercial. Stephanie, can you stick around while we talk about the news?
Sure.
All right. We will be right back. Season 13, episode 1. Look at that already. We having fun already. We will be right back. Do not leave your seats. We're having some fun.
Yeah.
Running low on energy, long days and even longer nights, tired of all the other energy drinks and bars promise you a lot and never delivering? Need to make it through work, but want a product that can keep up with your busy lifestyle? Want no longer? Try Chef's Chocolate Salty Balls. The balls that are so smooth and with a load of nutrients and vitamins to really get you up and bouncing off the walls. Made with all natural ingredients and healthy junk to satisfy even the pickiest eater. Chef's Chocolate Salty Balls are sold everywhere where you buy your junk. And now for those who want that extra kick in the butt, comes Chef's Heavy Duty Chocolate Salty Balls with 120% more caffeine than the leading brand. Disclaimer, this product has not been approved by the FDA or World Health Association. Warning, this product is not intended for consumption by children, elderly people, or women who are pregnant or may become pregnant. You might even get pregnant. Blurred's Eye View is a proud affiliate of Otaku Noir. Use the code Blurred's Eye View for 10% off on all items. With a different nerd-themed box filled with items made by talented blurs across the country, you surely will not be disappointed. Go to otakunoir.com. Otaku Noir, the #1 blurred mystery box company. All right, we are back with our very special guest, Stephanie Williams. We're going to talk about a little bit of this news that's been jumping off because, good Lord, you guys have been busy for the past 30 days since we haven't been on the air. Well, I don't know what the heck is wrong with you guys, but
as long as Diddy isn't in our discussion tonight, I'm fine.
He is not in the discussion, and we will.
I am sick of that name.
Congratulations to Jay Cargill, Bianca Belair,
man,
Naomi. They showed up. They tell them inside Obi. They showed up. They showed out. I swear Naomi was giving JoJo vibes.
Right?
He was giving me JoJo, and I wasn't mad at it. These women, this is something that I'm seeing in the WWE more of. The more representation, and let's be honest, the women are showing out.
I just want to say, as a wrestling fan, it is nice to see 3 heavily talented, athletic Black women literally headlining. That is at one. As a person that's a wrestling scholar, I cannot tell you a pay-per-view, a show in any part of my 41 years on this earth that you ever saw a pay-per-view where 3 women literally stole the show. And that was beautiful to watch.
Yes, it was. We're talking WrestleMania 40 this past weekend, 2 nights. There were very much standout moments in this one. No one thought the dead man was coming, but here he was. He shows up.
Oh, he blinked in like a bad commercial. Blink! Oh my gosh, what the hell?
That man showed up like somebody was on his lawn and he got tired of it. Just like he didn't see the sign.
It went from John Cena showing up, and then he gets knocked out the ring to Undertaker showing up. And all this time, people kept thinking it was going to be Stone Cold, and I was one of them.
I'm not gonna lie. There was at one point I thought John Moxley was gonna show up when I saw the Shield. I was like, ain't no way y'all got that man to come back. I was like, wait a minute, the man who shall not be named. He's about to die as Baltimore now.
Yeah,
he doesn't even say his name in WWE anymore. I'm like, well, he's not. He's gone, so he could actually show back up. And they got us all. They got us.
Yeah, 201,000. 201,000 in attendance over 2 days. That was just those in attendance.
Yeah,
we're not even talking about who's online watching it or watching it through Peacock or anything.
That was me. I was on Peacock. That was me.
Major records. But one story that, love him or hate him, it was a hell of a story. Cody Rhodes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm happy it happened like this. Nothing against Roman Reigns, but
it was a hell of a story. It's
the story needed to be finished.
It did. But to hear, to see that, you won this award, you won this belt, and your father, who everyone on this board who's grown up watching wrestling during the 80s and 90s, Dusty Rhodes was that guy.
That was my man.
He was just entertaining. And to see that his son won this belt, and then his mother is in the ring, and then the people outside the ring who knew his father and seeing him come up in the ring, and it just does something to you when you see the people who really stepped in and said, "Not today." It's not today. It was a major turn. It was a good turn. For many that I've been hearing over the past weekend, this was kind of people reintroducing themselves to wrestling.
Oh, this was long-term storytelling at its finest. Don't get me wrong. I mean, the whole thing of replaying, I mean, how many times? Finish the story. Yeah, the line got really overplayed, but the story, as far as Cody finally getting a shot, The Rock comes in and adds a little spice on it. I'm like, his whole final boss thing, and they kind of went a little bit attitude era with a couple of over-the-top antics, but that's what made you want to watch wrestling. The whole thing of, The Rock kind of having a fascination with Mama Rose for a second. I was like, you're kind of borderline Criminal Minds unsub at this point, because he kept on saying, Mama Rose, I want to tell you something. I was like, wait a minute, man. Calm down, Rock.
So it's very. They did a great job. Triple H did say much early when he took over the role that things were going to change. Things were going to turn for the better. There were going to be better stories, and he didn't disappoint. He did not disappoint.
But the one thing I do want to point out was the fact that they said that this was the beginning of the Triple H era, and I'm like, congratulations, WWE. What a way to basically solidify yourself against future lawsuits.
Well,
I'm like, hey, look, Triple H deserves all the credit. I'll give him that. But WWE was like, hey, we got upcoming lawsuits that are probably going to involve us, so we need to go ahead and say whose era it is, so that way we can just sprinkle a little distraction, just sprinkle here and sprinkle there.
A little distraction.
This weekend was a classic example of when you remove the misogyny and the bad treatment of the so-called of the people that work for you. You remove that element and you allow stories to be told and talent to flourish and to thrive. You see something beautiful. 2 days. This was by far, from WrestleMania 1 when I first saw it at home to this one, this is by far the best one ever, because I saw people that look like me in the ring doing the damn thing.
Right. Before we go further, we want to get Stephanie going here real quick. Stephanie, where can they find you?
No.
Oh, I'm so sorry. My son
Life
is
is-
beating on the door like he the cops.
Life is life. Life is life.
That's what the 8-year-olds do.
He's like, I ain't heard from you. But folks can find me on. You can still find me on Twitter. I'm not tweeting or anything, but if you want to look up old stuff, at Steph_I_Will. The same thing for Instagram and TikTok. Threads as well, I think. Yes. If you
She's
find me
like-
on Facebook,
She said, still look.
congratulations. But that's but
That's like that's a Hunger Games moment. Just
What about
Yes,
YouTube? I want to
congratulations.
see you on the
Yes.
breakdown.
You
And
can
then,
also check out our website.
Yes.
There.
Yes, ysteph.com. And then real quick, for all the Amazon stuff, because I'll be doing some things for Fallout, just go to Prime Video's YouTube channel and click a video. You may hear my voice.
See, look at
This is
all
what-
this
Nice.
black
Yes.
girl magic. Just
Yes.
Mhm.
I'm trying.
please don't. No, you're doing. You're
It's
doing.
a Chicago hustle in me. So yes.
We trying, you doing.
Right. Like you're really putting out like really good work. We
Thank
follow
you.
your stuff. Disney, I need an animated living heroes.
I'm just saying.
You and I both. Maybe one day. Well,
it's there. Like literally, you have the cast of Different World on HBCU tours. You got all these shows from the 90s celebrating anniversaries.
Ooh.
It's writing itself at this point.
And an animated Different World.
Oh, that
Ooh.
yo.
So
please.
Take notes,
Steph,
good times.
you can catch Steph on all those places. Steph, I'm going to reach out to you because I'm going to send you an email for Blurred Station. Blurred Station, we're part of a streaming service that is dedicated from BIPOC creatives, whether it's comics, anime, live action. It's a streaming service that's launching pretty soon. And so if
I'd
you
appreciate that.
have some shows that's like from Netflix and you're tired of them get canceled or whatever, you won't get that over there. Not to mention, you still get to own your stuff at Blurred Station. So go over to Blurred Station for those who are listening and watching. Go to Blurred Station. Go to Blurred's Eye View. Tell them one of the crew sent you. Tell them the captain sent you. Say, there it is. But
And,
I will
real quick, because
yes,
I forget to do this, but if you got a little one or even you, a grown, enjoys Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, please watch the show. It's so good. But
it is.
graphic
This whole
novel
crew.
was dropped. Worked with another Black woman on this. She's a young up and coming artist who I'm not even gonna say up and coming. This girl is really talented. Asia Simone. So please check out our book. If you're at any of these conventions I'm at, MomoCon or HeroesCon, I'll be at Baltimore, Rose City, and I think NYCC. I will have copies of this, and I'll be more than happy to sign. So
Nice.
that's it. All right, now I'm gone.
You have a booth in MomoCon
You
or
gotta come to BlurCon.
Yes,
If I get an invite, I will be there.
Hilton.
So yes.
Oh, real quick, are you going to be at the Schaumburg?
No, unfortunately, I won't because of a conflict. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah,
Stephanie, we love your
You're gonna
work.
try to be there.
We thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
so
you.
much.
It's really thank you.
I need that living heroes. I'm ready to eat. But
Do
we
you have
wanna
a
thank
booth in
you.
MomoCon or you just get out there?
No, I'll be tabling, so I'll be there Friday through Monday.
Okay, be sure to post your information. I will try to come find you.
I will definitely do that. As soon as I find out whatever that I got y'all.
They need to get you to San Diego Comic-Con because if you come to San Diego,
They do.
I'll be there. I will be there.
Listen.
We're gonna look out for you. This crew, we'll take care of you.
Thank you. All
Thank
right,
you for
y'all. Well,
coming
thank you
in.
so much for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you. Right on.
Thank you for coming on.
That was an amazing interview.
Why me? Wow, just no.
Because you the Reverend. That's
We're
why.
at the top of the
You are the Reverend.
There's no pulpit here. Okay, I'm still
I would
recovering
say
from
make
WrestleMania.
We're gonna put you front and center, Navy, because you have another Sunday sermon in you, sir.
There you go.
Bro, we have an agenda here. We're gonna follow that. We're not gonna jump off the beaten path
We had a little
because y'all know.
service about an hour ago.
So, So yeah, shout out to Triple H and what he's doing and what that entire crew is doing over at WWE. Like I said, it's caused a lot of people. I've seen a lot of posts like, "Yo, I think I'm watching this again." You know, it's interesting again when you see just watching the women wrestle. And I'm not saying it in the creepiest way. Watching the women wrestle has been entertaining as hell.
No,
I've said it. They're not stuck to doing 1 or 2 minute or squash matches when they're actually given time and you actually allow talented women to actually run a program. You actually see some very talented wrestling
and the fits.
Yeah.
The fits.
It's not just TNA that you have to.
No, like they coming out. The flair of all of it. I'm just like, this is good. And we were all like in an occurrence, like we're like, were we the only crew that weren't there in attendance? Like it seemed everybody we knew was there. So
yeah,
they were hitting me up too.
Also, I got to point this out because Trey pointed this out. Also, shout out to Samantha Irvin, who was the announcer.
Yes,
literally killed it. The first night and second night, she absolutely killed it.
Her emotional announcement when Cody
she announced,
that kind of it hits you because you're just like, you felt it. You're just like, love them or hate them. Damn good story. Y'all did yourself. You did what you're supposed to do.
Speaking of fits, why was Speed there eating a Rock Lee kick in a full-on Prime outfit?
I don't know, but I'm glad I'm glad he ate that. So
I'm just saying, ever since that boy turned 18, KSI has been letting that man get his ass whooped every chance he gets.
That must be a hell of a check. That's all I can say. You want to Spartan kick me on national television?
The second I saw the foot go up, I'm like, that outfit is blocking nothing.
Look. The minute I seen him up there, somebody posted the clip, and somebody in the comment section said, "Who is Ice Speed?" And I said, "Exactly." Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. I'm crying.
I mean, love or hate Jake Paul. I mean, love or hate Logan Paul. It's just the man can put on a program. You know, I can't stand both brothers, and I hope Tyson kills his brother. So,
there's some story behind.
I think in front of a boxing match, we just keep saying versus. Like, I'm not trying to get on Netflix and they're playing Atari or some shit, and they're like, we never said it was a boxing match.
Look,
to read between the lines.
So speaking of the upcoming funeral arrangements for Jake Paul, I don't know how true it is because I haven't seen the clip exactly. I'm hearing it verbatim, but he said something in terms about Tyson's deceased daughter, and I'm just like,
bro,
welcome to your execution.
Headshot clause will get forgotten real quick.
You have basically killed the referee because as soon as they stand in the ring, that referee ain't gonna have no power at all.
That referee just gonna sit there and be like, he gonna step out the way, and the only thing he's gonna be calling for is the ambulance. Him as the fight doctor.
Yeah, really bad idea.
That doesn't make any sense.
Like there's trash talk, and even Tyson has said it. And if Tyson has said it in the most calm manner on his podcast, he says, if I let that person come out, hell is coming with him. And I'm like, I believe him. I was there. I believe him.
I mean, I see his training. I feel bad for his trainer because his trainer he be having flashbacks when he's training. His trainer's like, whoa.
Those training montages do not match up. I'm just like, yo, there's no way.
The referee's gonna have the easiest job. All you gotta do is bring a bag of snacks, keep right at ringside. As soon as the bell ring, he go right to the corner and just start munching away.
Start eating snacks, just leaning on the road.
You know, just like, bring a bag of snacks. It's gonna be over in 10 seconds.
Aren't you gonna stop this? No, we just waiting for you to be on the back.
See the small pack of fruit snacks? This is how long this match is gonna last. See the small pack of fruit snacks?
Like your mom gave me these fruit snacks. No.
But you're right though. It's one thing to trash talk, but I'm like, you talk about a man's family. That's somebody got to go on the ground.
That's why the Paul family just needs to be eradicated.
It's stupid is what it is, and that's what they excel at, being stupid.
Thank God that is not us.
It's really for shock value, but it's just like at some point, it's like you shouldn't even be caring about shock value. But hey man, if he want to get his bricks rocked off That's
Yeah, right.
it's okay. I mean,
Like,
I'm hoping that it's gonna happen
That part,
anyway.
man.
But
I just want
like,
Tyson. I just want Tyson
that's
to just remember
what
his punch out days. That's all.
this is
I
what
I just
this
can't
is what
take it
Jake Paul's
seriously 'cause,
trainer is
like,
saying. This is what Jake Paul's trainer is saying. He's like, I remember Tyson bit a man's ear off. Are you crazy right now?
so he told him
Did
that.
he
Right.
do it twice?
Yeah.
Didn't he try to do it twice?
Yeah, he tried to do it twice, but he got it once.
Yeah,
He
that
got it
was
once.
when that was when he was. And that
So
was
your
somewhere-
own trainer is telling you what the fuck?
Yeah,
Then
and-
I don't
and-
know.
that was when Tyson was winning. Now he's just on the streets, retired, bored, and with nothing with free time to think about but what you said. Is that
and
really
still
what
in shape?
Right.
Somewhere out there,
40 years
Evander
old and-
Holyfield just had a shiver go over him. Okay,
It's like, I give Logan his credit because he's had growth over the years, so I give him his props. Jake, I can't take seriously because it's just like a walking, living version of Malibu's Most Wanted.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
Tell me everything he does right now is not just B-Rad from that movie.
It pretty much.
I also feel like he's cosplaying Conor McGregor and he's gonna get hurt.
He tried that when he called him out.
Cosplaying Conor Group.
He tried that when he called him out for his fight like 8 times and got ignored.
Yeah,
I feel like we're ignoring the fact that Tyson can legally kill him in the ring. Like that, maybe not seeped into his brain just yet.
They're gonna put a no headshot clause.
That's it.
There's gonna be a no headshot clause in it apparently, but
Oh yeah, there is.
whether that's followed or not, we will see because
somewhere
and still make his heart stop. So it's not like I'm just saying.
He's gonna make the ribs sing. Okay.
Remember, Undertaker used to have those dead man matches, and he would always have the coffin out there. It's just gonna be one of the things where the Undertaker's gonna wheel this out. He's like, "What's the Undertaker doing?" He's like, "No, you're gonna need this."
What do you like? You about a size 7 in coffin,
right?
Right.
Size 7 in coffin is crazy.
That's the one time you gonna see Tyson come out there Tyson gonna come out there with a priest and a preacher. It's like, okay, I don't know which religion you are, so I want to cover both bases.
You might need both.
Pillow or no pillow? Like,
Yeah.
it don't matter.
It's not gonna matter. It's not gonna make the blow any less.
Oh man.
Gonna bury your niece or not?
Right. So X-Men 97. We're what, 4 episodes in? Just
Yep.
Dear Lord.
Waiting for tomorrow.
Dear Lord.
Yeah.
Dear Lord.
Yeah, but man, you gotta
Thank
fight
you.
back. Flip a table, throw a card to somebody. Like leave the coffee pot on and let it
He
get
ain't got a
open. Do
chance
something.
against Silvermane. He just ain't got a chance.
Man, meet Magneto.
Look,
I'm Gambit. I'm living out that Tyler Creator song "Dog Tooth." That's me. There's no peace in the mansion for everybody.
look, that last episode where he's talking about the coffee and getting the cappuccino, he can't say anything.
I would smack every spoon out of the.
he couldn't say nothing.
You could just do 3 scoops. You had to put all 3 at once and begin to. Ain't nobody having a good breakfast today.
It was your
arcade out of spite. I'm sick of this shit.
I gotta admit though, this season is amazing. If you called yourself skipping the intro before in the original, you damn sure ain't skipping this one.
At all.
It's amped up to 10. And watch the intro because it changes.
I was gonna say, am I tripping or am I getting new scenes every episode?
You get new scenes.
Yeah, definitely.
Every intro.
Like there's
tells you a
pause
little bit
and
about
like,
what's
oh,
about to happen.
there's such and such. They did that. Like, I like what you're doing there.
People are missing. Storm.
People are missing. The latest thing that people picked up was the jeans.
Yeah.
When the show started, the Jean had no ponytail.
Right.
But that was Madeline.
Right.
Mhm.
Our Jean wears it in ponytail.
Yeah.
Gina.
I'm crying.
If anybody follows Larry Tunes on Instagram, apparently he put that back in the original show.
See, it's their
So
own
when they first scanned Cable's mind in the OG show.
Yeah.
Flashes a picture of Madeline. He's like, not a lot of people have caught this for the last 2 decades. That's not.
Yep.
Gene has a mojo with it back then.
That is, it's it makes you feel like it's Saturday morning all over again. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
Oh, I got my cereal on deck for tomorrow. I don't care what anyone says.
I had to go find my Jethro bowl. I miss my humongous bowl of Cocoa Pebbles.
It's my job. I can say that at 9 to 5. I'm like, I'm doing my job. Watching X-Men. This is my job. Like this other job just helps pay. This is my job right here. Watching this, but it is. It's so good. It really is. I'm not saying it because I'm a huge X-Men fan. Yes, I am. But at the same time, like the storytelling is damn near immaculate.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
They're taking their time with it.
Damn near immaculate. Allison Steele Smith.
Okay, Kira.
I don't think they're taking their time. It doesn't feel like they're taking their time with it. I'm not complaining, but it feels like they are.
It's the way they're condensing certain storylines, which I think in the medium that it's in makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But
not every nuance can be explored, but at least
the first 2 episodes covered like what 50 episodes of the original. In 2 episodes, you covered 50 episodes. You covered 50 of the original episodes in 2. So I mean,
that whole Goblin Queen thing, and I'm like, wait, are we doing basic lies? What are we doing here? That whole what are we?
When I saw the Goblin Queen, I said, Madeline Pryor. Yo, I jumped out of my shit. I was like, "There's got Madeline Pryor." Oh, okay.
I like the fight, but Magneto might need to put the metal suit back on.
Right.
You got beat down by glass, my dude.
You got beat by glass and trigonometry.
I saw Magneto with a hole in his chest and X-Men Red, so yeah, that was exciting.
But yeah, it's good. It's a good watch. Whether you're binging it or just watching it week to week, this is some really. I've watched several episodes more than once just because there's so much to catch.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much to catch, and the fact that this last episode and they split it in 2, and now they're getting 4. And somebody tried to say, "But Storm's already met 4." I said, "No, she hasn't.
No, she hasn't."
I was trying to remember that too. I was like, have they crossed paths already or no?
No, he met the other X-Men, but she wasn't there. She wasn't there at that point.
To all of y'all out there who think you know what the hell's going on, just take a seat and shut up. All right, just watch.
I'm just trying to remember who knows who, because in the early show, you pretty much catch on that they have a creative way of segmenting who they need for each episode.
Yeah,
and if the X-Mansion gets attacked for some reason, no one's home.
Mm-hmm. I am in awe of what they're doing. Marvel Animation seems to be their. We're going to dive into that and have some fun, between What If and now X-Men 97. Now there's talk of there's some things that
on it, Will.
Save us on your mind.
You're right.
Don't hold back. Tell us how you really feel.
Mm-hmm.
There's talks of reviving the Spider-Man series, which I'm okay with. Not every series they need to revive,
right?
But this looks good. This looks good for them, because eventually, it's the X-Men. There's going to be, if you tell the right story, you can have the right crossover.
Yep.
And that's all it takes. It is like feeling, and it probably won't happen right away, obviously, because it's 8 episodes this season.
What?
6 or 8? I think it's 6 or 8. It's a short episode.
It's 8 episodes. It's 8.
We had 10. We can shorter like that.
Why can't we take an anime approach to these shows?
Get them, Obi.
With the longer seasons, because our main complaint about this last run of Marvel shows on Disney Plus was that they were too short. There were 6-8 episodes trying to cram all this information in this short amount of space, and then you leave people walk away from the table empty.
They have.
They
have for several reasons. Showrunners is one of them.
Yeah, but still, a lot of these things could have been fleshed out better if they were longer. Like two episodes longer, even.
Yeah.
I mean, you figure out of all the shows they've dropped, that Marvel wise, I think the only one that was really in completion was Loki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said, we're going to tell this story. We know how we want to tell it. It's not going to upset the balance of anything else. and if anything, it's going to help some things. And I think WandaVision was a very close second. They were shorted by one episode. That was you know, so and that's just due to COVID. But other than that, that was a pretty close second, you know. So
but like the Moon Knight, the other
Moon
stuff,
Knight.
Where they Moon Knight's another one.
We could have used 2 or 3 episodes.
I agree with that for Moon Knight.
Just in between a couple places, I mean, you still want people to come back to catch the next season. I get that. I get it. I totally understand that. But you need to leave them feeling a kind of way about the season that you just gave them. Because I think a lot of the upset that people are having with Marvel at the moment is over these shorter, these condensed seasons of things where they are not feeling fulfilled after watching what they've given us.
Yeah, there's moments, and I agree. There's some definite moments where, when it comes to the live actions, you're just like you could tell. We've talked about it before. You can tell there's moments where they're just it didn't land. It didn't land, or you're missing something, you know. I mean, even now they're talking Daredevil Reborn. Pretty much everybody's back. And it's no secret. So at this point, they're just like, okay, who's next? Like, as far as the show, like, we know John Barenthal's back. We know it. We know that Foggy Nelson is back, and everybody. We know that Vanessa's just been announced that she's back. The actress that plays Vanessa. These people are back. So we're just looking at the rest of said live action Marvel / Netflix, whatever, crew to come back. We know Luke Cage is prone to come back because Jessica Jones is coming back.
I think Marvel, after seeing what X-Men 97 is doing, and even before that, after the end of Loki, they realize, or someone in there realizes, that rushing a story is going to push people away.
Right.
Yep.
Because if you rush a story and elements are missed, but they're not explained, you leave confusion. And let's face it, a lot of this generation, they don't like having their questions unanswered, and they will run quick as a wink. While some of us know the answers to the questions, it would still be nice to see how they would explain it. So I think they're on path, especially with the way 97 is going. So I'm optimistic.
I agree, Patrick. I think so. Mike Coulter's show Evil, I think this is their last season.
Yeah.
And so now that window is wide open.
Oh yeah, there's a wide open even for all of them, even the one that should not be named that is still pretending like he can't make it.
Me and Kira are not really holding out hope.
Kira's whole face just told the story.
She's more like he can burn in the internal fires of the Ghost Rider. My thing is like if you get his ass in a dojo somewhere. Maybe.
Oh, you changed subject. I'm sorry. I was still on my culture in my head. I had absolutely no thoughts of that. I didn't even hear it when you said it. He does not exist for me. I'm sorry.
Wow. You were on my culture in your head?
I'm sorry?
You were on my culture in your head?
I'm sorry. It's crazy.
Yeah.
No. Finn Jones needs to find a Shaolin Temple for 3 years and train with Donnie Yen before you say the name Iron Fist again.
It's funny you mentioned that name, Donnie Yen.
No, he's too. It's too. No.
In a separate.
That man is not too old. First of all,
totally separate.
In this universe, yes, he is. It's no.
He can Jackie Chan it. It'll be fine.
It's a totally different. It's a totally separate Donnie Yen story. Nothing to do with Marvel. However, if you know the story about what happened to Dolph Lundgren, this is similar to Donnie Yen. That someone. Yeah, they tried to rob. Someone tried to rob him, not knowing it was Donnie Yen.
Several people.
Imagine you rob Donnie Yen and how that could. Oh shit, it's Donnie Yen. I was like,
hence the word try.
I want to go. I want to go watch Karate Flick on YouTube now because I'm hearing this now. Just because. 5 Deadly Venoms. Let's go.
when you being from the world of reading comics like I do, there aren't your level of villainy. There's got to be somebody above your basic thug, and because the fact that these people tried to rob Donnie Yen put you on the same level as the guy who tried to who robbed John Wick of his car and killed his dog. Even the father was like, "You did what?"
That's a Baba Yaga moment. Just
yeah. I can't even save you from that. I was like,
you could do nothing.
There's nobody to pay off. There is no
dishonor on your family.
Right.
Dishonor is just
that just strikes me as a moment when Donnie Yen's minding his business, walking down the street, and the people see this, and in most cases the people would help. You would think. But this is probably one of the moments where they were just like, and it's okay to do it. Pull your phone out, record this. This is going to be good.
Here's a one-on-one demonstration of what not to do in the event of a carjacking.
Well, why aren't you helping that man? Trust me, it ain't the man who needs. You don't need it.
I can imagine this fight going on. Someone across the street is screaming, "Dishonor on you! Dishonor on you now!"
That's been able to be all right.
It's living under a rock. That generation need to figure it out.
Angry.
You need to figure it out. We have a trailer that just dropped recently. Star Wars Outlaws.
What?
From Ubisoft.
Oh Lord, Lainey is dancing.
Lainey's dancing and Kira swaying, so it's gonna be something.
Here we go.
Listen,
here we go.
You're doing the giggity.
You represent some of the most powerful criminal organizations in the galaxy.
Oh, look how pretty it is.
Pikes, Crimson Dawn, Huts. It's a golden age for the underworld. The Empire controls every corner of the galaxy, but they're distracted by a rebellion that won't quit. It's an opportunity to make millions.
Okay, Vess, the underworld's favorite new scoundrel. We meet at last.
What do you want?
Zarek Besh. They're new, rich, and lethal. You crossed their boss Slero, and now he wants you gone. Rob his fortune, buy your freedom.
This job, it's a death wish. I'm in.
Out here, you live and die by your reputation. You want to survive? Know the players.
You're new to this world.
What's your problem?
Come back when you're not.
Jabba, right? Look, don't try anything. I got a whole crew surrounding the... Okay, we're skipping that part. For about as long as I can remember, it's just been me and Nix. Doing what we have to survive. This job is my one shot at freedom. But if we're gonna pull this off, we need the right crew. And the right ship.
I hire you because you are one of the best hunters in the Outer Rim.
She's more connected than you let on, Slero. Bess is mixed up in something bigger. The Outer Rim is a dangerous place. Everyone is fighting for their piece of the galaxy. But all I want is to live free. So I'm gonna risk it all. Hold on, Nick!
Star Wars Outlaws, pre-order available now.
Not gonna lie.
That was kind of hot.
That shit looks wrong.
Yeah.
I agree.
I like that.
That's dope. I like it.
I
want to play it.
But it's what we've been saying. It's you can make great Star Wars games that don't involve Jedi or Sith, as long as you give it a good story.
That's all we're asking for in all of our media. Give us a good story. You can take anything and place it in any of these universes. Just give us a good story.
I had one more thing. I still need them to show me actual gameplay.
Thank you. Thank you. I was about to say that.
I don't know.
There should be a demonstration next week.
Right.
So you should be giving a demo next week on how it plays. They didn't. I don't know why they didn't do it this week, but
because they never do. They always give you the cinematic first.
I need gameplay before you start trying to sell me a season pass. Like
it's Ubisoft, right?
So when it comes just Star Wars in general, when it comes to stories like this, you know, even when it comes to live act like Andor, you know, these are stories that we're looking for. It doesn't always. What, you don't like Andor?
No, I like fucking Andor. He's showing his goddamn hat. Nobody asked you about your goddamn hat.
That's what I'm saying. As I kept saying, stop it, you two. He's going. She's going.
But we like stories like that. It's great that we have our Luke Skywalker stories, the whole Skywalker saga. That's fine. No shade. That's what introduced a lot of us. However, when you get these intermingled other stories, because once again we've stated it before, it's a huge universe. There's other things going on. We'd like to see those stories, whether it's a rebellion story, whether it's a smuggler story, whether even I've gone on record saying Solo, the Solo movie wasn't a bad movie. It was just bad timing.
Yep.
Oh God.
That part. That part.
It was because you can watch that movie and you're just like, this movie's not bad. It was just the worst timing. It had the worst timing, and it was just like, was it pushed enough? It could have made some difference. Who knows?
It's just like Rogue One. Rogue One was also a great story, but where did you advertise it? Literally at a point where nobody was looking for it.
Yeah. And when you sit back and you watch Rogue One, you're just, especially the ending, when you finally see it, and you're like, this is actually good.
Yeah.
Because it's almost as, even though it's intermingled with what we know, it's a separate story.
I mean, it did the same thing in Solo. That end credit scene.
Yeah.
With surprise, I'm backish kind of.
Yeah, look, talking about waiting. I'm talking about I'm waiting for. I'm sitting here like, okay, where's the rest? Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Never gonna do it.
And it was disappointing because you had a great turn and no payoff.
Pretty much.
There's only one thing I really want from this game. I want it to be a truly open world experience, and I do not want it to be a Souls-like. Please. Please, I don't want no Soul-like. Please, I'm begging you.
Well, there is already a piece of bad news already attached to it. You will need a live internet connection to play it.
Oh, I thought we got rid of that in 2013.
We learned nothing from Suicide Squad.
No, we did not. You need a live connection to play the game, even if you have the physical copy.
The fuck?
That is bullshit.
Wow, that's crazy.
I had to double check. I had to double check that just to make sure. But yeah, there's LucasArts is saying that in order to actually play Star Wars Outlaws, you will need a live internet connection to install and continuously play the game.
What do they get?
What was the reason? What's the reason?
What do they get out of that?
Well,
what's the reason?
Long story short, most companies are banking on live service, even though live service games outside of Helldivers, which is the only successful one so far, a lot of these companies are banking on live service games. So
have they learned nothing from having millions of people?
I don't want to play with other people.
I don't want to play with other people. I don't either.
I want to play with myself.
I love y'all, but I don't want to play with y'all. I want to play the goddamn game.
Right.
Right.
What the fuck?
Give me the option.
I love
At
a
least.
single player narrative experience.
Yes. So what are they? So what is it? Jedi Survivor and the one before that.
Fallen Order.
What's the What is the?
It goes over well, so that give me the Red Dead Revolver. Red Dead Redemption. You have the options. You have the options. There's nothing wrong with the options.
because Rockstar realized there's more money to be made if we get you suckered in on the non-live service and then put you on the other side with the actual subscription service. But like you said, a choice was given. You can play offline or you can play online, but they don't force you to play online.
That's the thing. Everybody wins. The players win. The companies win. Everybody wins. Because we didn't get as many on the physical copy, but we got a lot on the back end for the live. Okay, fine. But what if they decide, hey, let me go ahead and play this physical copy? Physical media matters. It still fucking matters.
Amen.
I told you guys this story. My son has a little boy, he's 6 years old. And I told him, because he sees my office and he's like, you have the coolest toys. And he's like, where do you get my toys? And I said, some of them came from Toys R Us. He's never been experienced to Toys R Us, never heard of Toys R Us.
And he never will.
And unfortunately, he never will. But the story I gave him was the story of Legends. And when I finished,
and you'll be
when I
imagination.
When I finished this story and told him, and they closed all the stores, his response was, but didn't they find that important? And I lost it because I'm like, this kid's 6. And Shoyo said it. He gets it. This kid, he gets it. It was like, there's a 100%. Reason this stuff matters. Is like, do you realize Toys R Us, had you taken that option of having some online sales, you could have been whooping Amazon's ass.
Be careful, sir. You're speaking truth. Be careful now. Come on now. They ain't ready for that.
You could have had the best of both worlds.
This is why I said e-commerce stores destroy mom and pop stores, because they did convenience over quantity. Versus those mom and pop stores, you got everything you wanted. I mean, when we had those, I mean, I'm not talking the EB games and the KB toys. I'm talking about those hole in the wall places where you still got games, but you got more to go along with it.
Oh yeah,
he literally said there's a section of toys here and here, and I'm like, yes, everywhere. I said, you know how your mom goes into Walmart and she stays in there for hours? He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, that's how I was. I would stay in Toys R Us for hours. You couldn't.
The thing you could do.
I burned hella gas going in action figure hunt.
You had adults going to Toys R Us and staying there for hours because it was a place to go.
It was so easily accessible that you could just find so many things. Like now, because I have a goal of basically having many of. I want a collection of many of the things that I had as a kid.
Have Toys R Us in Canada,
and because Toys R Us is not here, I have to actually search much harder.
Right.
It hurts.
I could have told you where my favorite store was in Brooklyn too, over by King's Plaza.
I know the one you're talking about.
In Mills,
I was over there.
In Mills Basin. Yep. Across from Marine Park. I used to love that place.
Yep.
It's saddening because I walk through the halls of Walmart now when I have to go there. And I always, as it is with all of us, we have to make that stop in the toy section, only to go in there and it's like, this sucks.
That's it.
You go in there like a Target person go inside a Walmart, just disappointed altogether.
Oh my god!
Even the Target is getting bad. It's just like,
tell me about it.
Bothers me to my soul. I don't understand that place.
Tell me about it.
Annoys
Wait, what annoys you so?
Walmart. I have to get my mind right to go there.
You know what?
Walmart is a place to
have a college experiment.
It's like because they got super Walmarts and everything.
Yes.
Like it's not really about the it's really about the experience, because they've got good prices on things that you'll be like, it is cheaper over here than Target. But I know the experience I have at Target. And I remember when I grew up, Walmart was the store, but as time went on, especially when I started getting teenager, everything, and to now I become a Target person, because I remember when Walmart was good, when the aquarium was in the back. when the aquarium was in the back.
It was 24 hours.
Like,
you could pick the time to go.
My beef with Walmart actually started like way back in the day when I found out that they were encouraging their employees to go on state insurance as opposed to paying them livable wage and paying for insurance. You can do this and still make a shit ton of money. Why aren't you doing it? You're putting it on the state. I was like, you know what? From then I was like,
the whole Walmart Sam's family is
trash.
Yeah, once the old man died and the family took over, that's when it all went downhill from there.
Ain't that always the case?
That's the greatest villain story, isn't it? The old man dies, the family buys for power, but this power this family has over one of the greatest retail chains in the U.S., and it's like a one big game of succession.
Damn.
I should get it. It's mine. Meanwhile, profits are losing, and you can no longer do self-checkout.
Trust me, the guy that just came from Walmart, I was like 22 self-checkouts, and only 5 of them are open. Damn.
That's insane. Why do you even have so many?
It's wild.
Because they're stupid.
Very, because they need to bring back people and they don't value them.
That's
so,
true too.
Speaking of value, we do have another trailer.
What?
Who was that?
I wonder if is it the one? Is it the one where it's a musical?
It's the one, I tell you. Yeah, it's the one.
It is.
Oh no,
we got to do it. It's the
I
job.
saw you guys posted, and I was like, "It's really coming out."
Yes, I know. Unfortunately,
see what it is.
Came out while we was on air because it wasn't.
So
that.
we're gonna watch Joker Folie I do.
Ole do it.
Omelette du fromage.
I took French and I know why I failed it. So I never thought I'd need it again.
Jean Paul Poulet Poukou. There you go.
Yes, so here we are.
Oh,
Joker
Lord.
2.
I don't like it.
He is
Wow, he forgot what food was.
Hey, Fleck, you got a joke for us today?
Dang.
Ah, damn it.
We use music to make us whole.
There you go.
To balance the fractures within ourselves.
Bro, they're not serious.
I'm nobody. I haven't done anything with my life like you have.
Why'd you burn?
Let's get out of here.
Pop, lock, and drop it.
Wow.
This is crazy.
What the world needs now is a love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just to live a love. What the world is now is love, sweet love.
Tell us, what's changed, Arthur?
I'll tell you what's changed. I'm not alone anymore. That's what we should be talking about.
I want to see the real you.
Oh, camera work?
So let me tell you though, right?
Ain't that how the aunties always started? Let me tell you something.
The arrangement of what the world needs now, though, I want it. I was like, is that that song?
That was dope where they did that.
But here's my issue: is that even though we know it's a musical, I'm really tired of this past year and this year with musicals coming out and them not marketing it as a musical, because that's still not really marketing it as a musical.
No.
You can hear the music in the background,
You see
and yeah, it's like, oh,
things.
but it's not marketing it as a musical. So someone who didn't know that it was a musical already from reading it would not, after seeing that trailer. And I'm sure there'll be more trailers, but there's been plenty of movies that have come out,
like they did with The Color Purple, unless you actually knew,
right? And Mean Girls,
yeah, and Mean Girls,
and Wonka,
right? You wouldn't know.
Wonka was a musical too.
Yeah,
yes,
Wonka was a musical.
I was in the theater like, oh my!
I didn't know Mean Girls.
I like
Strogo losing her shit.
No, because
but not Wonka.
I'm not a musical person, but like I love Dreamgirls and some. There's a few like Wicked, but I'm not a musical person. So going into Wonka was like,
I wasn't looking for that.
Yeah,
no. When I found out that Mean Girls was one, they need to remake Mean Girls to begin with. When I found out it was a musical, I said they will not see me.
Facts.
They will not see me.
Facts.
So
I like a good musical.
Yeah.
Like my wife loves The Color Purple.
Yeah.
But she didn't realize that this latest one was a musical. I knew it was because I knew about the stage play. I knew about everything else. But that's because I knew.
You didn't warn her, did you?
Well,
it wasn't really marketed as that.
Yeah, exactly. When I told her, she was like, well, I don't want to watch it because it's a musical. And that would seem to be the general consensus when a lot of people went to see it. They were like, I wasn't prepared for that.
I wasn't either. But the difference about The Color Purple and these other ones is that it was good.
That's the difference, right?
That's the difference. It was good.
Like, because she still watched when she still watched the movie and was like, that was pretty good. Yes, because one, it's a good musical.
Yeah,
you had the different. Like, I watched Wonka and I'm like, no.
The cast had a lot to do with that, though.
Yes. I liked his rendition of Pure Imagination. I'm not gonna lie to you, that's the only song I downloaded, but I was not expecting that at all. And I was like, they sitting here doing dance numbers and shit. I was like, what the hell? Like, the person I went with was sitting there like she went to sleep for half. I was looking at her like,
can I go to sleep with you?
I'm not gonna go to sleep, but
I would have said, can I join you?
It's just wrong. They're not marketing it right. It's not fair to everybody
because they're trying to get the most butts in the seat and then deal with the repercussion and the anger after.
That's why
they're wasn't going to be pissed.
That's why I'm like, I want to see how much time has passed and if there is a teenage Bruce Wayne at all, how much. Because when the first movie came out, I don't know about y'all, we had police outside our theater because they were afraid how much influence this movie. Remember, there were crazy ass Batman shooters coming to theaters and stuff. So we had police.
I forgot about
because of the nature of the film. We had police stationed at like theaters out in the sticks in case anybody was influenced by the film. I don't know if this one's gonna have that same magnitude. If they are gonna do it through song, at least give me like a trailer later on or a sneak peek of how the plot plays in and out of a musical number so I can kind of gauge. Don't just give me like cinematic.
This is my pre-thoughts on this film. From what I'm gathering from the trailer is that the musical numbers that we're getting isn't actually happening. It's in their head.
In his head.
That's what I'm getting.
And I'm willing to accept that because that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know.
But I feel like this. I feel like to me it's gonna be
most of the movie. No,
You
go
said
ahead.
what? No, you say that again, Shoya?
I said, but is that still gonna take up most of the movie?
That's the other question. Like, is it going to be like Wonka? Every time you turn around, it's another song. I'm like, I don't want. I don't even want the sequel. But
I mean,
like, nobody. The first one was okay. It's a deep dive into mental breakdown and whatever. But I don't need a sequel of that. You know, and if this is one of those artistic visions where this is, you You already it already looks like you're changing Harley's backstory. It already looks like that. So
I'm already. I was willing to give it a chance.
I'm
out.
Yeah.
You don't
Dang, she said I'm out.
Yeah, like
Kira tried to convince me to give it a chance.
done.
I was like, Kira, no.
No, but I do like. I will
Don't get me wrong. I love musicals.
Musicals. I am willing to give a lot of stuff a chance, but Harley is my fucking girl. Like I love me some Storm, but when I want to be crazy, Harley's
the way to go.
Dancing around in here. The way that they created Harley was
it's nothing against Lady Gaga. It's nothing against her. It's just
no.
It's a character development situation. We're like, no, people, even general public who's been introduced to Harley, know Harley. You're like, no, she's a therapist.
She started out as a therapist.
That just happens to fall for this guy,
and got
because
turned.
she still damaged herself.
What does that really say about a therapist when a psychotic person can turn you to the where you're thinking and going, you know what, you got a point.
Listen, look, some of them ain't right in the head. I'm gonna tell you that straight out.
I mean, if she's a convicted Harley that's already had her medical run, and you let her run through people's minds this whole film, along with being crazy, it could be fun. But again, I just need to see how we're transitioning in and out of the musical numbers at least once, because apparently there's like 10 or 15 in here somewhere.
Yeah, it looks like it's
sorry. It could be worse. It could be
that's a lot.
That's too much, bro.
It's
I'm
a
not gonna lie to you.
Very much too
It
much.
could be what, Spartan?
It could be Sucker Punch.
That's just too
Oh,
much.
damn.
They gonna be
Sucker Punch.
dancing and
I bootlegged it and fast forwarded through that.
I'm just saying, Sucker Punch was all in her head, and the whole thing was her escaping a mental patient trying to escape, and it's all in her head. Now we're getting a sequel to a mental patient that's trying to escape. That's all in his head.
But wasn't she? Spoiler. Wasn't she?
I hope it's not that.
Got the old scramble at the end. I mean,
Yeah, the hero or heroine at the end didn't make it out.
I mean, I will say this for Sucker Punch: watch it just to look at how pretty it is. Don't
Visually,
watch it
yes,
for
we will.
Visually stunning.
Snyder is a
visually
fantastic
stunning, but
cinematographer.
story-wise, it's crappy.
Yeah, Snyder's a fantastic cinematographer. Fantastic,
a classic Snyder.
But storyline wise, it's too all over the place. It's
don't believe us. Look at Rebel Moon right now.
I haven't seen it. I haven't watched it.
Part 2 is coming out.
2 days in, I saw everybody. What everybody was saying, I was like, I'm good.
Yeah,
and
visually fantastic.
And Netflix doubled down hard on Rebel Moon, so
because they paid a shit ton of money for it.
Yeah, I'll go watch True Crime. There we go. There we go.
I need to see more of the film. It was a nice teaser for what it is and awful what it's following, but I appreciate you telling me it's gonna be a musical, but I just
the next trailers.
Hey,
if it was like
set up, I'll put you this way: if it was like Wicked, I'd give it a shot because I never seen Wicked, saw it for the first time and loved it. Do something like that, I'll watch it, but. No, I just don't see it.
Wicked was fire though, but Wicked is an actual like
already a musical.
Yeah, it was an actual. That's
why I like
Wicked. Yeah, Wicked was actually good. Like you could download that soundtrack. I don't see nobody downloading the soundtrack from this goddamn movie.
Right. So Patrick Newman says, didn't first Joker get criticized?
How do you really feel, Shoyo? Don't hold back.
Hold on. Patrick Newman said, didn't the first Joker get criticized for empathizing and sympathizing with the white terrorist / incel mind?
It did. It did.
Basically, that's why I said we had cops outside at almost every theater that opening weekend because
and there was a lot of think pieces written.
Now you say that, I do remember that actually.
Because that's happened once before, and that they're just like, okay.
But my thing is, with this particular version of the Joker, did the incel come first or did the Joker come first? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, incels were already associating themselves with the character of Joker to begin with, period. And here comes this movie with the Joker in it. So
and look what's happening. Even in the first film, and not a second one, you see him being basically idolized.
Yeah,
by lesser than people who aren't mentally there, you know,
That's
or just down on their luck, or whatever the case may be, whatever their argument is.
That sounds like real life.
And it was supposed to be. I mean, the whole first movie was supposed to be shining a light on mental illness, but really, it got twisted into something.
It 100% got twisted at that. At some point, it wasn't just about his own experience with mental illness. It absolutely was a switch in that movie, and I can't remember exactly when, but you just started to see like, what the
If it was,
hell
if it was just the
third
deep
act, when he
dive,
breaks down and we start figuring out which parts happened and which part was a lie.
yeah.
The fact that him
When it
and,
became that deep dive of his mental breakdown, okay.
well,
But
once
then
we realized he never had a girlfriend over him, it was up for everybody.
100%. Because I remember even all the think pieces that came out about like why all the black women and why all of the, and I was just like,
It ain't that deep.
Interesting. Right. And I was just like, okay, like this was, it was a lot of.
And
The fact that it put people in fear, but at the end just ended up being a great performance and thought provoking. It got awards, so it's coming off the back of that. And then you're telling us at a time when some of us are burnt out or tired of the bait and switch. By the way, it's a musical. We're not gonna say it's trash. We just gotta let us be.
It's not gonna be great.
And I wouldn't doubt that the music. I wouldn't doubt that the music itself during the film is good. I wouldn't doubt that. I'm sure the music selection is pretty good. It's just the fact that you're doing this. They started out when they said this. They started out, oh, it's a musical.
Everybody was mad.
And how do you translate that? It's weird to me, and to have to do this again, because once again, first one, okay, this is okay, but I don't need another one. And I said that walking out the theater, I don't need another one. And then they announced another one. I'm like, but why?
That's
because like I say what Tafari says, it was the fact that those accolades that got behind it, that where someone in Hollywood sat there and said, we need a sequel. And a lot of people going, what are we going to do? Well, how are we going to cast Harley Quinn? Let's make it a musical. Let's get Lady Gaga. Don't get me wrong.
Oh my
Lady Gaga is she's a phenomenal singer. I mean, in the movie she's played, she's actually done very well in the roles. I have no doubt in my mind she could play Harley Quinn. But in this particular vehicle,
she had a poor choice.
This was not suited for her.
I'm gonna wait till it shows on Max.
At that point, you might as well wait till it comes to Max. I'm with
that's 45 days. You're probably better off. So yeah,
I didn't watch the first one, and I'm not interested in this one.
The first one was a good watch.
The first one wasn't a bad movie. It's a bit.
It wasn't.
It's a little long. It's heavy. It's long, and it's a bit of a downer.
Yeah. Oh, like My Last Marriage. Gotcha. Okay.
Damn. Damn, Reverend.
Yeah, I'm really not interested. Thank you very much for that.
That's 100% understandable. Like, I think it was a heavy movie. Like, it was just like, what, man? Like, I mean, I didn't think it was bad either. But yeah, immediately when it came out that it was a musical, I was like, for what? Where are we going? Why?
This is what I'm talking about. See, now Patrick says it perfect. He said, I'm way more interested in the Penguin spin-off.
Yes.
Exactly. Be good.
That I'd be interested in.
Because that's different. That we've seen it with Gotham. Despite its flaws with Gotham, the show Gotham, we've seen certain things being set up, and we liked the way it was set up. We didn't like execution, but certain things were set up and it made sense.
But what I also want to add to that too, it's not the grotesque penguin, it's the gangster penguin. That's what we're gonna. That's the whole thing. We're actually going to be seeing the whole underworld of Gotham City. So you are going to see the Maronis. You are going to see the Fishbacks. You may see Azaz. You may see Professor Pig if they decide to include him in this. You may see a whole lot of the less. I mean, I'm hoping Matt Reeves does this. Matt Reeves has some input in on it. But I hope we do see a lot of the lesser known underbosses, especially from the Silver Age of Batman, that would work perfectly for this show. So yeah. The Penguin by itself is more interesting to watch.
He's one of the more interesting. Him, Mr. Freeze, and probably Riddler are
I
some of
wanna
the
see-
more interesting
I
characters.
want to see Zaz though too. Zaz is too early.
Zaz actually could work within Matt Reeves' current universe right now because he would still be seen as a lesser known serial killer. So technically, he still can be around, but not actually given the moniker yet.
Even Hush.
Oh yeah, Hush could
Even
definitely
Hush.
be around.
You know, so
that's right around the shoot. His story is right around the same time. So you're right.
So it just depends on the writing. It's how you build this story up at the end of the day. And this is why Gunn is like, that is its own separate thing. Like he's like, I'm not even worried about those two characters right now. I'm doing something completely different over here.
They are Elseworlds. This is what I'm working on.
And exactly.
I'm giving you creature commandos. Give me a second.
So, season 13, episode 1.
Right?
Always starting with a bang.
Woohoo! We end, and yet we end on Joker.
Doggone it, Kira. Doggone it.
Why does she have? I was gonna say with the whole thing. Why does it feel like it's Club 54 over on Kira's screen?
Update your iOS FaceTime does it now. You gotta update your stuff.
Studio 54 and Kira, I need to update it.
I mean, Kira got the whole disco ball thing going.
So
probably got Doodle Brown playing in the background somewhere.
Right. So we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna come back. We're gonna do our sign-offs. And we'll see you soon. Bring home Bob Marley, One Love on digital now. Celebrate the life and music of an icon who's inspired generations through his message of love, peace, and unity. Buy Bob Marley, One Love on digital today and get over 50 minutes of behind-the-scenes footage and deleted scenes. Available at participating retailers, rated PG-13 from Paramount Pictures.
Wrap-up protocol initiated, Captain.
The launch was good. Everything happened how it was supposed to happen. Thank God. But 30 days that you guys didn't get to see us, and we are back to fix a lot of the shit y'all let fly. Talk to the people. My second in command, my Zoro to my Luffy, as we both like to say, and that is the only One Piece reference that you will ever get from her. That's why I said it.
Wow. Poke yourself in the eye.
No, almost. Hi. I'm glad we're back. I'm glad y'all have us back. Yeah, I'm still Lady Mandalore. I can still be found on the internet under this right here. I'm gonna move this out the way. I've got my podcast, Roomful of Blurs. We are about to start my next book. It's gonna be The Last Ronin. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Voice acting things are happening. And oh shit. I still gotta take this fucking test, but outside of that, we're all good. We're all good. F the algorithm. Thank y'all for giving us a reason to come back. And One Piece is a cult.
He's just, you know what? You're lucky. I love you.
Firecrackers going off.
Grill the Horde. Talk to the people.
What's up, y'all? I am Lainey from Geek by Heart. Me and my husband run Geek by Heart on YouTube. We talk about trailers. We talk about movies. We're getting back into the groove of things finally. So you definitely should be able to see a couple of late movie reviews, such as The First Omen, such as Godzilla vs. Kong. Not Godzilla vs. Kong.
Godzilla and Kong.
Whatever, god damn it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay. we are doing that. You can find us on YouTube, like I said, Geek by Heart. You can find us on IG, Geek by Heart. You can find us on TikTok, Geek by Heart. And I started to come back to writing on Blur's Eye View to talk about horror. There's a couple things I got working on, so I am really excited to get that on pen and paper and out to y'all.
Here it is. The minute she did it, the camera does its thing.
Hey y'all.
Talk to him, show y'all.
Hey y'all, it's Shoyo. Y'all can find me at Adventure Time VR on literally all socials, but lately I've been focusing on Twitch. So definitely find me on Twitch Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sundays. And I'm all on Instagram and YouTube. Those are my 3 faves. So you can see me over there playing a bunch of different types of games and just exploring the many different lores of all of the games that we play and having fun with all the different people that I've gotten to now play those games too. So yeah, definitely join me there.
It's just one thing I cannot get done. It's playing on Twitch. I don't have time.
Oh my goodness.
I don't have time.
You know,
my husband and I'm wifing out this joint. Jeez.
That part.
Oh man. Nicole, what you freaking do?
It's a smile for me.
I'm glad that you weren't doing anything naughty, girl.
No, I was looking for this. You can find me on Instagram and on TikTok at What Do You Freaking Do. And if you're ever in need of press-on nails, you can find me over at Press on Z. Which one?
All of
There you go.
That's
Beautiful.
Give me the card.
She's giving Charles Brown a run for his money. I've seen it, Charlie Brown at the bottom.
Wait, show those.
I'm weak. Let's see these. Okay.
Wow.
You know, that's a bloody one.
Right, you are my special. Wow.
Oh man.
The nail show the burnt face.
No, we do not acknowledge that.
No,
it didn't happen.
They got Harvey dented.
Oh man. Navy, talk to the people.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, boys and wild ladies, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. I'm back as your frosty bearded blur the corn because ain't no one else taking my title. Sorry for being so late. I had a convo with the magnificent Max the Slayer. It went.
That's
really
what we got
well.
a shuttle for.
That's just fair. That is fair. The combos are coming in strong. Please keep checking on my IG. We're gonna have them coming in a lot more frequently up until con season, and then I'm gonna peter off a little bit. Y'all can find me across all social. No, Diddy.
Wait a minute.
So you did say that too. Okay.
Beat it off a little bit.
I'm going to be enjoying my signed copy of Return of the King by Blacklit by Rodney Barnes. So since I don't have everything it has, but everybody just continue to be good to each other and support smaller creators and stop trying so hard to be like those that are up there because it's not always a good place. Just elevate slowly and deliberately, and you'll find where you need to be.
Right on. Tafari, the man on the ground.
Yep, you can officially find me here on all platforms under this name. I post on Mondays because Mondays are terrible, and I try to make them a little bit less. I'm currently joining the campaign. I don't play Tekken, but I'm currently under the campaign for putting Waffle House in as a stage because, as somebody who's seen many,
because why not? That's the question.
If you see the last video I posted, they would shoot mine out every other semester. It was the windows in our Waffle House were what the cabbages were to that man's cart. No one ever got hurt. The glass just never stayed. That's all.
Look, if you've ever seen the stand-up from Roy Wood Jr. where he talks about Street Fighter in the fish market, then why not have the Waffle House on Tekken? Why not? It just makes sense.
Not Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. One of y'all swoop in and take it because I'll pay money for it.
Words of Shoyo, I am weak.
But I also do the edits and clipping here for Blur's Eye View. So we post Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. For those of you who are new here, I usually try to give you 1 or 2 uploads, maybe a short, something to fill in the gaps between our off periods. We're live on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Thank y'all to the 3,000 of you who showed up during the last 30 days. We are also officially monetizing this channel. So please, for the love of God and my time, please go back, watch a clip, watch an edit. I think we have a membership button pending and a donation button in the live chat now. So help fund things. We try to show up for y'all, but those things cost money.
Look, please show up for us on every form possible, because we have seen the level of content that's out there. That ain't us. We are much better than that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, if you see an ad on our channel, mind your business. Just let it ride.
The Cinematic Assassin, Mayhem Media. Talk to him.
Yes, sir. I will be watching the Cinematic Assassin. You can find me at Mayhem Media. That's MAYEHEM Media. I talk movies and comics and TV and collectibles such as this here, fresh off the Marvel's Collector's Core box. You know, I told you I was going to come with a little something just to kick the season off.
Ooh.
Nice.
If you do not show Monica, we got problems.
Monica's not within arm's reach right now, but you know I got her.
Okay.
That's what they all say.
Right.
As usual, black woman is the most
Don't do that with Storm over my shoulder.
I got you,
Don't do that with
Monica.
Storm over my shoulder.
Okay, I'll accept.
Right next to Nubia. Don't do it. Those games.
Oh my god.
But yeah, you can find me everywhere on the net at Mayhem Media. I talk about all those fun things. I also talk about mental health, because mental health is super important. So please, please, please take your meds, take your PTO. And if you have any chance at all today, go out, tell somebody you love them, and just spread a little cheer, man.
There it is. There it is. Spartan, you and Inside Obi are up. Come on over there. There we go.
Cool. As he's enjoying a late night snack, but yes.
I mean, he got it honest.
Give me that sandwich.
He got to look like you ain't got to tell him his.
You got to bulk during the training arc.
He is content with just half a sandwich. But anyway, you can find me Black_Spartan615 on all the socials. I usually do reviews on everything that I read, that I watch, including wrestling. Why? Because wrestling is real and people are fake. Shout out to Miss Kitty for that one. You definitely catch my shows, How the Fact We Got Here, every Wednesday at 7 p.m. And of course, Get Bit podcast every Friday at 7 or 8 p.m. Depending on when we get started. Again, guys, check out the birdseyeView.org website for all of our writing columns, including mine, which I do cover wrestling. At the same time, guys, all the podcasts I do have can be seen or heard wherever podcasts you find them at. As usual, guys, unity is the word, purpose is the mission. Again, respect the cosplayers of all times. Please, not even go into a con. Just, it's getting hot now. Deodorant and body wash are your best friends. That's all I'm saying. And number 3 is the same rule that I apply to myself, that I apply to everybody else. In a world right now that is simply cold and unforgiving, simply put, don't be a dick and we'll all be cool.
Mm-hmm. There it is.
Wait. Can I get the mic ripped back one time, real quick?
Hold on, where you at the top? You at the top? What you got?
Spartan reminded me, because I'm bad at this. I'm the editor-in-chief of blurseyeView.org. I have got our site all the way up to date, so anything that is going on with us, you can find that information there. If you perhaps missed the links any of these people told you where you can find them, you can go to the About Us, and all the links are clickable. The pictures are there. The people are beautiful, except me. It's all good. So please take your time. Go ahead and check that out. And we are now open for guest writers. So if you have a funny thing that you want to say about Kong slapping the hell out of other apes with a small child, and you want to put that pen to paper, please go ahead and hit me up at mayhemmedia@gmail.com or Fury or any of the lovely people that you see on this side, because reverse mirroring is weird. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Okay, love you. Bye.
All right. Season 13 starts off with a bang, and of course, we get our first No Diddy joke. Naturally. I want to thank our guest Stephanie Williams for stopping through. Go check her work out. Go check the sites out. Thank you, everybody, for showing us your love and your support. And let me show you what support really looks like. Our cousin Nix has a show coming up April 12th. Check out his live. Do You Speak Geek? You will not be disappointed. Shout out to the family Nix. Always a blast when he comes through, and I will be watching intently one way or another. But I want to thank everybody for stopping through. Thank you for this team. Once again, as we start this off, because we have another banger season coming up. And remember to educate yourself and others, entertain yourself and others, and most of all, encourage yourself and others. And I encourage you, hit me up on Bird's Eye View or Chris.Fury1. We looking for writers. Like Mayhem said, we are looking for writers now. And also, we will also be putting up you, BIPOC creatives in the community, doing good things, putting out great work, whether it's in cosplay, whether it's in writing, whether it's in film, because we've seen a couple of y'all. In animation. We've seen a lot of y'all too. So that way, if you can't remember where you've seen them here, you'll see them on the site. No excuses. So shout out to everybody who's been on in the past season, those who are coming up this season, and everything in between. Once again, thank you, crew. Because it's going to be fun. This is going to be fun. In the meantime and in between time, we won't be back Thursday because if you are living in the Cleveland area, come holla at me. I'll be at Fan Expo Cleveland. I'll be doing press. So if you see me, come talk. I don't bite. I don't bite.
No, dude.
My voice.
Thank you, somebody. Thank you.
See, I wasn't gonna be alone in that. So, but until then, we will see you guys next Tuesday. Another great guest, and have fun.
Juggernaut is clear, ain't no stopping this. The world in grave danger, who can stop the apocalypse? They killed all the heroes, the new ones don't really care. But if you need me, put your fist up in the air. Yeah, in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so